I'm meteorologist Carley Gomez, and we are anticipating the arrival of the stormy winter weather as it begins to move across most of Northern California. We are now just waiting for that snowfall to also arrive. We've been tracking the low pressure system off the coastline here for a couple of days, but it's mostly been bringing in those scattered showers and heavy rain along the coast, areas of San Francisco all the way up to Eureka. Now we're finally seeing some of those showers moving into the valley and making their way up into the Sierra and those foothill spots. As we take a look into our evening hours Friday, most of the showers have moved north. We're seeing areas of mostly dry conditions now from Sacramento south as we get a bit of clearing. That'll actually bring in some colder temperatures in the evening hours right between the cloud systems. And then what we're going to expect here is more rain bands to begin moving in for your Saturday morning, especially through the overnight hours to the early morning hours Saturday. Now, showers and thunderstorm chances do continue really into what we saw tonight, but also into your Saturday. Now, widespread rain and gusts are expected Saturday, and that's the thing I want to bring up is the wind gusts. A lot of people think you're just getting that widespread rain and some of the showers as well as snow showers, but gusts are going to surprise a lot of people Saturday as well as Sunday and Monday. Some of the gusts could get as high as 30 to 40 miles per hour. Now, we are seeing some snow building on Saturday night into Sunday morning. Now, as we talk about this, what we're going to expect to see is that winter weather advisory that is in effect from the north all the way down into the central Sierra. The winter weather advisory actually goes into effect Saturday night, so about 4 p.m. into Sunday morning. That is the period of time they expect to see some of the worst and some of the heaviest snow totals coming through, but mostly for the peaks. The passes, though, will start getting some of that snow, and that's going to actually cause some delays, some travel concerns as we see snow levels change, going up from 8,000 feet on Friday down to about 7,500 feet into Saturday. And then by Sunday, we'll see it dropping as low as about 6,500 feet with some colder air moving in. Now, this is, of course, going to cause some major driving hazards. Near whiteout conditions is pretty much going to be expected here as we see some of the strong wind gusts also moving in. This is going to cause some major travel delays, probably road closures possible, but always chain controls, of course. Now, travel will be highly discouraged, and it's mostly for the period of time from Saturday night into Sunday morning. After that, most of it is gone by the mid-morning hours of Sunday. You should be good to go home by then. And if you had plans to head up quickly for Saturday, I'd say get down by around 1 or 2 o'clock or so before things start really building up and major closures happen. All right, let's talk winds and gusts. They'll be coming in out of the southeast here about 20 to 30 miles per hour. In some of the zones here around Sacramento and north, you're seeing some orange spots there. That's right around 35 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. As we move toward mid-morning hours, we should see some of the strongest gusts coming in from the southeast. And then finally into Sunday in the overnight early morning hours, things calm down in the valley, but really pick up for the Sierra. And again, this is the time frame we see the winter weather advisory in effect. That is what's going to bring in the strongest of the storm system through that zone. Meanwhile, the coastline, not too bad in winds. But Sunday and Monday, we're also looking at some more strong wind gusts. So prepare for that. If you had plans to decorate your house, maybe Sunday or Monday, maybe getting ready a little early for Christmas, I'd say hold off a bit longer until we get closer to about Tuesday, Wednesday. That should be a lot better for you. Looking into Friday night, you see that opening in that gap here in the clouds that'll allow some areas to see some colder temperatures. We shouldn't see too much fog development. It'll be very limited because of how much cloud coverage we still have rolling through the area. Off coast here, we do see our bands of rain starting to move in, and that's actually going to start making its way onshore for us as we move into Saturday morning. The timing of the system continues to speed up for us as we see the system moving and circulating quickly. That is bringing some heavy rain and downpours through your Saturday morning. And then finally, moving toward the foothills by lunchtime, we'll see some heavy rain as well as more of that snow development Saturday. So again, you want to pretty much be done with getting down the mountain by the morning hours or so. Early afternoon starts getting a little iffy here as you start getting from 12 to about 2 o'clock. So you might want to try to travel and plan your travel accordingly. I'd say again, if you need to get out there, leave early morning and then come home later on Sunday as things should get a lot better. Now looking into Saturday night, everything in the valley actually clears out pretty quickly. We even get a break in the clouds. We start getting colder air moving in, but it's the foothills and the Sierra still dealing with some heavy rain as well as some snow accumulation happening Saturday night. Overnight hours, we still see some snow, but it looks like the moisture may be running out. So we may not see as high as those snow totals as we may think we're getting, but we should see at least a dusting to at least up to maybe 4 inches of snow for some of the passes. Rain totals could really differ here. You're looking at anything from 1/10 of an inch all the way up to 1.5 inches. This is really going to be dependent on where these rain bands land and how much rain we're getting in an instant and in a moment, and whether this is going to be a brief or long-lasting rain. Now, you notice that a lot of the totals north of Sacramento are about 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain. Everything south is anywhere from 1/10 to maybe 1/2 inch, but a lot of the foothills starting to accumulate 1 inch to almost 2 inches of rain. So a lot of rain headed their way as that continues through Saturday afternoon. Let's look at our model snowfall totals here. Our global model, the GFS, is showing that we could get about 4 inches around Donner. That actually looks pretty right on, pretty decent for what we're looking at as well. And then taking a look further south, we see some higher totals, especially for the peaks. Now, looking into Sunday, as you continue the models here around lunchtime, we could see as much as 12 feet, but that's mostly for some of those peaks there, around 8,000 feet. So don't expect to see a foot of snow as you're driving over some of the passes around 7,000 feet or so. We're looking closer to about 4 inches. And we will expect to see also about 9 inches to 12 inches again at some of those resorts, the peak areas for skiing and snowboarding and all that fun. So hopefully it's a good, nice little blast and a little push for those ski resorts to get an opening a little earlier. We know some of them have been delayed. Temperatures in the foothills in the mid-50s to low 60s in Ione. Looking at the coastline for Saturday, we're going to be seeing those mid-60s out there with about mid-50s overnight. And in the valley, also temperatures right around the mid-60s with mid-50s overnight. So it's actually going to be a quite warmer night in the overnight hours. We will start seeing a major drop-off from Saturday to Sunday's overnight lows here. 46 degrees. We'll be dropping down into the low 40s Monday and Tuesday. And then temperatures drop up on Sunday, a high of 61, so a little chilly there as well. Getting into your Thanksgiving week, we'll see temperatures here in those mid-60s.